everyone, I'm Jennifer Huey and I'm your referee coordinator for the Arlington Labor Day Shootout Tournament. Hope you've all been hydrating this week so far because we're in for a really great weekend in terms of weather. It's going to be beautiful skies, it's going to be warm, so make sure you're hydrated. All right, I've got some exciting things to share with you about the tournament and what you can expect over the next weekend. First and foremost, you know that it's important that you check in with Mickey and I when you arrive at the fields 30 minutes prior to your game time. We'd like for you to text us to these numbers with your name and your field number and your game times. This really does help us. In fact, at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have 18 fields starting, which means 54 referees are checking in. So it's really helpful to us if you check in 30 minutes early, and that way we're not running around trying to find out if you're there or if we need to fill your spot. We can also do that. If you're running late, let us know. Just pick up the phone, call us, or text us, and just keep us updated and keep the lines of communication open. So please be sure you check in early. In addition, there have been some changes to the field locations this year, and if you go to Mickey's website at mickey'srefhub.com, you can see the field location in the new maps. So be sure you check that out so you know where to go. All right, here we go, game day. Rosters are going to be located in the boxes in the referee huts. You will have a game day roster that you're very familiar with, I'm sure. Looks like this. Please notice that at the top of our the game sheet, the end of the game, you'll go ahead and put in the score numerically here. If there are any cards, you'll do that here, and you'll put a check mark there after you check them in. Now, here's some news for you, and this only applies to this tournament, so please understand this is only for this weekend. Referees have the authority and the ability to change jersey numbers on the roster and add players. That is only for this weekend that we can do that, okay? So back to the roster. Once you check them in, you'll put a check mark right here. At the end of the game, it's really important that you spell out the numbers that you've written up here. So please be sure you spell that out. Write your names legibly down here, and then if you have any notes that you need to add over here, that's where you'll put those. Once the game is completed, you'll go ahead and give this sheet back to the team that wins. If it's a tie, you will give it to the home team, just like we typically do. We do have some changes to roster sizes and some new game changes, if you will, for our younger age groups. First and foremost, let me start with our youngest group, which is going to be our U10 Academies. Those games are going to be 7v7. Please keep in mind that there is no heading allowed in that game. And if there is a heading that you deemed was intentional, then the restart is an indirect free kick. All right, also, the games for academies are full length at 25 minutes per half. And there is a rollout line on these younger age groups. For the U10s, what you'll have to do is make sure that the keeper has collected the ball and then either rolls it out, throws it out, or puts it on the ground and kicks it. If they punt the ball, which is not allowed, then it's similar to when the ball doesn't come out of the penalty area on a goal kick. They'll just have a redo, just a redo. Also, keep in mind that U11s are also no headings, not allowed in U11s. And it is now going to be 9v9. It is no longer 11v11. So it's really important that you understand those differences this year and that you're able to appropriately manage the game effectively. For our age groups U11 through U19, the preliminary games will be a 5-minute difference, so they'll be 5 minutes shorter than a typical game time. Once you reach the semifinals or the finals, you will of course have full-length games, and you'll also need to be able to determine the outcome, the winner of the game. So you'll have to know the new updated laws of the game as it relates to determining the winner of a game. So please be sure that you are up to speed about how referees are to conduct coin tosses, how referees are to place themselves on the field, who and who isn't allowed to be in the center circle. It's really important that you know all of those nuances so that we can get it right. All right, if you fill out a red card, it's critical that you cannot leave the field until you have completed a red card report and then alerted Mickey and let him know, or me, if you filled out a red card. Let us review it to make sure that the information on there is thorough enough so that the tournament officials will be able to manage that appropriately. All right. Last but not least, we are paying differently this year. So I want you all to hear me on this. We're using GoPay as a form of payment. So there will be no money exchanged at the fields this weekend. So it's great. When you get done, you just kind of pack up and go home. There's no longer a form you have to fill out. You don't have to stand in a line. You get to go on with the rest of your day. The great news too is that Mickey will be able to fund your referee fees on Tuesday at the completion of the tournament. So you'll have quick payment. In other words, it's not going to be a 2-week lag time. But it's critical that you log into Game Officials and you go under My Payments and you set up your checking account so that you're able to get paid. If you don't do that, we don't have a way to pay you. So if you are under the age of 18, your parents do need to help you with that, and they can attach a bank account to this so that you can get paid. If you are uncomfortable or don't know how to do it, or you run into problems along the way, if you'll bring with you to the fields your routing number, your name of your bank, and your account number, Mickey or I will be happy to help you get that set up so that you can get paid in a timely manner. So with that said, GoPay, it's critical that you have this set up, otherwise you will not be paid. In addition, do not make any changes in terms of your position on the field. If you're a referee or AR, keep those positions unless you've contacted Mickey or myself and we've made that change, because that will impact your pay. So it's really important that you have that lines of communication open with Mickey and I. All right, those are the highlights for our tournament this weekend. We're looking forward to a great weekend and a lot of success. So go out there, have fun, enjoy it, and I'll see you at the fields tomorrow. Thanks, bye.